Hi folks, I just wanted to drop you a quick video this evening to talk about the day that I've had today, which has been spent at Donington Park for the final Formula E test before the teams pack up the cars and all of their gear and send it out to Beijing at the end of next week. Now, it's been a great day. I've had a great day. I've learnt an awful lot, as I have done at every single one of the Formula E tests that I've attended, as I think everybody has over these pre-season tests too. And, you know, it's all going to be about who learns most quickest when we get into racing. These cars are a real technical challenge for the teams and for the drivers. They all have to learn very, very quickly the intricacies of the energy management systems, learning when and where to harvest the energy around a lap, and when to deploy it, most of all, when to save energy, when to be efficient, and when to use it to get the quickest lap time they can. I think it's going to be the teams and the drivers that get their heads around that fastest that are perhaps going to be most successful. And I think because we've got such scope for learning this new technology, for developing the way that teams use it over the first half of this season, we really have got potential for huge gains in terms of lap time and in terms of race pace as we move through the season. I think that's going to be a fascinating thing to watch, and something I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on. The other thing that really struck me today was the experience for race fans. We had over 5,000 race fans apply for free tickets to get into the circuit today. Yes, free tickets. And I think most of those guys turned up from what I could see. And I think they had a good day. They saw plenty of cars on track. Each team had all four of their cars there today, doing as many laps pretty much as they could do, with it being the last day before we hit Beijing. And that was great for spectators. They got to see a lot of action. The cars look genuinely great out on the circuit. They even sound great, and that might sound like an odd thing to say, but there is a real sort of futuristic, it's a very strange sound, but it's a futuristic sound to go with a futuristic championship. I think it's actually going to be a real visual and audible spectacle for the people who are at the track when we get to the circuits, these city centres around the world, but also for TV viewers. I think they're going to get a great visual spectacle on their TVs too. So that was all great. But the biggest thing that I took from today, the thing that I noted, was the way that the fans were treated, the way that they were engaged by Formula E itself, by the circuit, Donington, letting them in for free, giving them a pit lane walkabout at lunchtime, and then the way that the fans engaged and interacted with the teams and the drivers during that pit lane walkabout. It was a real breath of fresh air. Spectators and race fans were actively encouraged to come right up to the front of the garages. Some even came into the garages to have photographs next to the car. The drivers came out into the pit lane to talk to people, to explain to them about Formula E, to try and win votes for this fan boost system that Formula E are pioneering, by which the top three drivers who gain the most votes through social media ahead of each race get an extra power boost, a 5-second power boost during the race. Because that directly impacts on their race pace, their performance in the competitive environment of a race. Of course, they have to work with it. The teams and the drivers have to engage through social media. They have to go out and actively interact with fans. They have to compete for those votes. Now, that's surely got to be a great thing. That's got to be something that's, is going to draw fans to this sport. I went out around the track today and I spoke to fans watching from the sidelines, And a lot of them had already made their minds up who their vote was going to go to based on what they saw in the pit lane walkabout today. Now that's just one small example of how this sort of thing is going to work. And I really do think it is going to work. Whether it impacts the racing dramatically enough to sort of falsify the result, if you like, I don't yet know. I don't think it will. I don't think the change in power boost and the length of that power boost is going to have a dramatic enough and significant enough effect for that to be the case. I think it has the potential to spice up the race slightly. Of course, it can assist with overtakes. It can assist in defending from overtakes too. But I think the biggest thing is the way it's going to encourage the stars of this sport to interact with the people who are watching, with the fans, to win fans. Surely that's something that Formula One should be doing more of, engaging. I think we can all agree that that's surely the case. They should be engaging with fans more, listening to their fans, giving them what they want, understanding what it is that they want, and then giving it to them. Formula E has a really refreshing outlook on the fan experience, and I think today really highlighted that for me. When we get to Beijing in just over 3 weeks' time, the people that turn up for that race, I think are going to get a great day out. They're going to get a great experience because I hope the racing is going to be wonderful. There's going to be plenty of action. There's never going to be a dull moment throughout the single day that this event takes place on, with the practice sessions, qualifying and the race. Aside from that, there is going to be a number of events around the E-Prix itself. There's going to be concert and a party, all thrown in as part of your ticket price. Ticket price which isn't going to cost you half a year's salary like we know some Formula One events can. It's going to be sensibly priced. Some of these rounds are even looking at giving tickets away for free to fans in the city centre. All of those things, combined with the great technology, the great cars, this great competitive learning curve that they're all going through right now and will continue to go through at least the first half of this season, I think are going to add up to something pretty spectacular. And I'm going to be in Beijing for the first round. It happens to be the weekend before the Singapore Grand Prix, which I will also be going to. So I've managed to combine it into one pretty spectacular trip, to be honest. So I can't wait for that. But I just can't wait to see what the fans in the city centre itself make of the event. Because it really is going to be an event. It's not just going to be a race. It's going to be a full event. Formula E are taking this fresh approach to everything, with the way they engage with people, the way that they make it an experience for people. So I think that's a refreshing approach. I really can't wait to see how it pans out. And I'm going to try and keep you updated on this channel. I'm going to start using this YouTube channel, not just for Formula E, obviously for Formula One as well. I'm a huge Formula One fan and will continue to be so, probably forever. But I'm also now officially, I think, a Formula E fan, and I would encourage people to just give it a chance. Keep your eyes open. Don't be blinkered to this. Don't just believe the things you might read on the internet. Just be open-minded and give it a go. You never know; it might just be great. So keep an eye on the channel. Do subscribe, and I will try and keep you informed. Comment in the box below. Let me know what it is you want to hear from me, whether it be Formula One or Formula E. Let me know what it is you want to hear about, and I will do my very best to keep you all informed.